Okay, ankle is our next taping. It's the most common injury in sport is an ankle injury, and it's the most common thing that you're going to tape as a coach in the training room or pregame. So something you need to have a good idea on what to do. Something that's I don't want to say difficult to master, but does take a certain amount of repetitions. And I think once you learn how to do it, you're going to be really good throughout your career. A note of caution is the most common thing that you're going to do is put the tape on too tight. And I would encourage you to get feedback from your athletes as you're taping them. If it is too tight, just cut it off and start over. The tape will loosen up over time, but if your athlete is uncomfortable, they're not going to want to compete with too tight of a taping on. It's just not going to work out if their toes start to get numb. So as you're learning, be sure you get feedback from the athletes that you're working with, like, hey, how does this feel? Does this feel good? Is it too tight? Is it too loose? Just so you can figure out this right amount of tension that you're going to use so your athletes can compete. So don't be afraid to cut it off. Okay? First time I ever taped an athlete for a game, prior to a basketball game, he warmed up for 2 minutes, said, I can't feel my foot. We went back to the locker room, cut it off, taped it again, and were able to do it much better a second time, and he was able to compete the rest of the game. And so don't have an ego about it. It's a learning process, and this class is just part of that learning process. As you get into coaching, you're going to get a ton of reps doing this. Even as a youth basketball coach, I tape ankles all the time on the sideline for kids in our team. Like I said, it's the most common injury in sports, and so it's something you're going to have to do. So let's learn how to do it. Some similar things. We want control positioning. So we want our athletes in this nice 90-degree angle with their foot. Most athletes are going to want to kind of get a lazy foot. Again, you don't want to tape in this position. It's similar to the wrist. We want to kind of get in this neutral position when we go. 2 to 4 inches above the ankle. Okay, when you put it this low, it's just too low. It's just not going to provide enough support. As we get through this, we'll talk about the angles that you want to do. So if you have to make a mistake, make it up a little bit higher. Again, we want to overlap all of our pre-wrap and tape. Half of the length of the pre-wrap, this is a 2-inch pre-wrap, so 1-inch overlap. The tape is 1.5 inches, so it's 3/4 inch overlap. But don't be afraid to put a lot of pre-wrap down. Most athletes really don't like the tape going straight on their skin, so be willing to put some extra pre-wrap on if you need to, especially when you get it started. Good overlap. Always a big topic of discussion, do I cover the heel up or do I not? I don't mind if you cover the heel up. I don't think it's going to restrict any movement. We're trying to just keep that pre-wrap as straight as possible. If it starts to wrinkle,